Can you give me an example of an answer that you've received from a parent about an explanation for why they think they're not being seen or heard?
Yeah, it happens quite often that a parent will say, I think sometimes the doctor comes in and speaks to me in Spanish, and the parent might be Spanish speaking, and the doctor might have some introductory level of Spanish, but not full Spanish to be able to have a medical conversation. And the parent will say, and I think they are giving me information, but I don't have the opportunity to ask questions or to explain things as fully as I would like to. And I think if I could explain to them all the things that I'm worried about, or do some sort of, these are the things I'm observing in my child, if I could share that more fully, they would have a better understanding of my child. They would have a better understanding of me and my family. But I can't do that because I don't have an interpreter, or because there's a language barrier between us that's not being met by the health system. So we hear that quite a bit. Parents will tell us that when your child is in the hospital, it is like being dropped into a foreign country with no passport and no map, and you don't understand the language. And that is when the parent is English speaking and the health system is English speaking. They say it feels like being dropped off with no understanding of this new world that you're in. And then we add language differences into that. And yes, I think it does make things harder, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. We have access to interpreters. I have started reframing the way I think about language disparities. So I used to say, oh, does this family need an interpreter? And now I say, do I need an interpreter to be able to communicate with this family? Because the onus is on me, the responsibility is on me, because it is my privilege to be able to interact with this family. They have brought their child to our hospital for care. And so it is my responsibility to communicate with them fully. Because when we say, does this family need an interpreter? It is as if it is their responsibility or their lacking inability. It represents, oh, this is going to take more time. This is going to be harder for me. This is going to make my already hard job harder. It does not honor the fact that it is this parent who deserves full information about their child's health, and who we need to have them be fully informed so that we can be fully informed about their child's health, their experience, their hopes, their worries. We need to get that full information. We can only do that if we are communicating in a language where we can be understood and they can be understood.
Yeah.